you woke up feeling puffy, bloated, or just plain stuck, despite eating clean all week, I want you to listen closely. You aren't lazy, and you don't have a willpower problem. Most people think they need to fast for longer or do more cardio in order to jumpstart a slow metabolism. But if your metabolism is actually broken, more stress is the last thing you need. In fact, that extra spin class or 24-hour fast might be making the inflammation worse. There is a massive difference between a metabolism that's maybe a little bit sluggish after a weekend of indulgence and one that's physiologically stuck in storage mode. Today, I'm gonna give you a full metabolic audit. We're gonna go through 10 red flags that prove your metabolism is calling for help. And I'm sharing the exact 5-step protocol I use to flip the switch back to burn mode. Before we hit the checklist, we have to understand biology. Your metabolism isn't just a furnace where you throw calories in and they disappear. It's a high-tech sensing system. It's constantly scanning your environment for safety. When you're chronically stressed, underslept, or constantly eating inflammatory foods, you lose what we call metabolic flexibility. Think of it like a hybrid car that's forgotten how to switch from gas to electric. You have plenty of stored energy in your body. That's what body fat is. But because your insulin is high or your cortisol is spiked, your cells literally cannot unlock the door to that energy. Your body thinks you're in famine, so it starts load shedding. It turns down the power on your thyroid, your brain, and your internal thermostat in order to save energy. And that's essentially what a broken metabolism is. It's not an inability to lose weight. It's a survival mechanism. Now let's talk about the 10 red flags to watch out for. Number 1 is the 3 p.m. caffeine wall. Do you feel like you physically cannot survive an afternoon without another coffee or a sweet treat? This is a sign of blood sugar instability. A healthy metabolism should be able to glide through the afternoon using stored body fat for energy. If you're crashing, it means your body cannot access your fat stores. And it's screaming for a quick hit of glucose to keep the lights on. Number 2 is chronic cold hands and feet. This is your internal thermostat. When your metabolic rate drops, your body prioritizes your core organs. It shunts away heat from your extremities. So if you're someone who is wearing socks in the middle of winter, or if your nose is always cold, your thyroid is likely downregulating. It's lowering your basal metabolic rate in order to save energy. Number 3 is the 3 a.m. wake-up call. And this is a really common sign of what I like to call metabolic stiffness. If you wake up alert at 3 a.m. and can't get back to sleep, it's usually a cortisol spike. Because your liver can't manage blood sugar properly overnight, your blood sugar drops too low, and your body pumps out adrenaline and cortisol to trigger a glucose release so your brain doesn't starve. I have so many clients come to me saying they can't sleep no matter what they do. And more often than not, it comes down to their blood sugar being unstable. If we fix that during the day, they sleep better at night. Are you checking these off as we're going through the list? Let me know in the comments down below which one is hitting home. Number 4, brittle nails and thinning hair. Your body views your hair, skin, and nails as a luxury item. When your energy budget is tight, it cuts the funding to the first. Have you noticed that your hair is thinning or your nails are breaking more easily? Your body is telling you it doesn't have enough metabolic surplus in order to support non-essential growth. Number 5 is the morning puffy face. If you wake up with deep pillow marks on your face or swollen ankles, that's systemic inflammation. It's a sign your kidneys and lymphatic system are struggling to process metabolic waste. This puffiness is often one of the first signs of insulin resistance people notice in the mirror. Number 6 is weight gain, and specifically weight gain around the midsection. If your arms and legs are still relatively lean, but you're storing fat around your waist, that's a hormonal signal. High insulin levels tell your body to store fat in the most convenient place for your liver to access, your midsection. And you can't crunch your way out of this. You have to eat your way out by lowering your insulin. Number 7 is constant bloating, even after water. If you experience this bloating, even after a light salad, your gut metabolic axis is broken. Gut inflammation triggers a systemic inflammatory response that slows down your metabolic rate. And if your digestion is stalled, your metabolism is stalled. Number 8 is brain fog and dimmed focus. The brain is the most expensive organ to run. If your metabolism is struggling to produce steady energy, the brain is the first thing that gets throttled. So if you feel like your mental lights are dimmed or you're struggling to find the right words, your brain isn't getting the high quality fuel that it needs. Number 9 is post-exercise exhaustion. Exercise is a stressor, but that's not a bad thing. Not all stress is bad. A healthy metabolism recovers and gets stronger. A broken metabolism breaks down. If a workout leaves you horizontal on the couch for the rest of the day, your recovery budget is empty. And doing another workout when you're in this state is one of the worst things you can do. And finally, number 10 is the hangry reflex. If you get shaky, lightheaded, or genuinely angry if a meal is 30 minutes late, I hate to break it to you, but you have no metabolic flexibility. You are 100% a sugar burner. Your body has lost the ability to tap into its own fat stores, so you are entirely dependent on the next meal for survival. Now, if you checked off 3 or more of these red flags, don't panic. Your body is just communicating with you. And here is a 24-hour protocol for you to start flipping the switch. Step 1 is to eat 30 to 50 grams of protein, ideally animal protein, at breakfast. This is gonna anchor your blood sugar for the next 12 hours and start your day on the right foot. Step 2 is to delay your caffeine in the morning. Don't drink your coffee as soon as you wake up. Wait 60, ideally 90 minutes before your first sip. We naturally experience a cortisol spike in the morning, but if we add caffeine or other stressors to this, it goes even higher. Delay your caffeine and you're gonna feel more energized for longer, and you're not gonna experience that mid-morning or mid-afternoon crash. Step 3 is the 10-minute post-meal walk. This helps to clear excess glucose from your bloodstream without needing more insulin. This is so easy, and it's one of the best ways to support your metabolism. And if you can't get outside right after you eat, just walk around your house a little, tidy up. Do anything but just sit on the couch, especially if it was a meal that was high in carbohydrates. Step 4 is to lower the intensity. Swap the HIIT for a gentle walk or maybe some yoga or Pilates. Give your nervous system the break it's screaming for. HIIT is great, don't get me wrong, but it really only needs to be done once a week in order to reap the benefits. Any more than that, and you're probably causing your body unnecessary stress and hurting your metabolism in the process. And finally, step 5 is to prioritize an early and consistent bedtime. This is gonna help you to break that 3 a.m. wake cycle. Now, if you're realizing that your morning habits might be the reason you're feeling this way, you really need to watch this video next. I break down 8 habits that are ruining your cortisol in the morning, and also how to fix them.